Alright, folks, I wanted to talk here a little bit today about a Digimon Myotismon deck that I have made here that I want to talk about, just some of the synergies that you can get. So this is actually running off of what is going to be the Myotismon, and this comes out of the NSO. So you can see all the cards are marked there with NSO at the bottom, which I think stands for Nightmare Soldier. Soldier, and so it's going to be mainly revolving on purple and yellow cards here. But as you can see, we could drill into the deck. The entire deck is going to be mostly Myotismon cards here. It's kind of a villain-based deck here. You see we've got a Piedmon in there. But then check it out. Here's where the meat of our deck's going to be all about, right? We got a Venom Myotismon there. A little Mushy Moonmon there, because you love your little mushrooms. They're always great. Devimon, great little acolyte of... but then look, now you're hitting up with another Venom Myotismon card here, right? So now look, you've got the two different ones here, and I just wanted to call attention to that. Little Stigmon from Digimon Emperor there too. We're calling it from Season 2 reference. So then you've got some other just fantastic heavy hitters here. I can't even say their names, but the Baltabuamon and the Ophinamon Fallen. But then, oh, look at this. You're coming in with another big hitter here, Malo Myotismon, okay? Now, and then you've got your just regular Myotismon cards as well here. So if you want to put those all in the frame here, we'll get that down here. And you're hitting up with support memory cards here too, like Mist Memory Boost. You can see you got Myotismon on there. That's key in the card. Hit up with another Malo Myotismon here. Really key to the deck. Another Malo Myotismon as well. You want to make sure you hit up against those limits. You can have 4 of the cards in the deck. You don't want to hit up too many of the 4s, so 3 is a good sweet spot you can see there. But you do want to hit up on some of these bigger cards here. Now look, another Venom Myotismon. What's sick about that is that even though it's the same name, it's a different type of card, so you can get in different Myotismons here. So far, so good. You see you get a regular Myotismon here. But I wanted to showcase here is once you got all those different Myotismons in play, at that point, you can see you basically can just start going crazy with your opponent and just start hitting them with, then this will be totally outside the rule book that they don't know about. This is going to trip them up. But you can start hitting them with the little figurines, okay? So early on in the game, before you start playing down like the big ones, the Venom and the Malo Myotismon, maybe you've just got your regular Myotismon cards in play here. That's when you want to hit them with the fake out and just start playing the Myotismon on the card. Now, you could say to your opponent that that gives you a power bonus. Maybe you could say that that gives you an extra life bonus as well, or Digivolve bonus, leveling bonus, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. You can just kind of put that on the card, and it kind of acts as an opponent confusion. Before they can even get the rule book to come up to try to see what you're saying, that's when you then can hit them with boom. Now, what's really nice about this, and this is where you'll fake them out big time, is that you could have the multiple Venom Myotismon cards, right? So like we've got this one here where he's like super shiny, he's coming in. This one from, I think it's an older set, and then you've got the one from the traditional classic set here. So we got 3 different Venom Myotismons. So while they're still trying to figure out what to do with this first one here, when you just play down the regular, you can then boom, you got Venom Myotismon, right? Now you can just stick him on any one of the cards. Preferably put him on 2 of the cards stacked together so the opponent doesn't know what's going on. So that's not going to make any sense at all. So then finally, once the opponent says this isn't, and they're calling over the referee, they're calling in Yugimoto to come over with the heart of the cards, the rule book, that's when you just slap them down with Malo Myotismon, okay? So you just come in here with a toy, and then you put the little figurine down. And at this point, you're basically hitting them up with like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of thing, where you got the cards on the battlefield, but they're not even holograms, right? They're real grams. This is real matter, and it really matters because you're trying to win, and this will just basically sweep the tournament over faster than Venom Myotismon could sweep away with those hands. Okay, so then at this point, the opponent might, if they're a good opponent, they might just try throwing down. If they're, say they're playing with a War Greymon deck, they might just start throwing down Greymons and Agumons, other things on the field. At that point, it's a real old dumpster fire for anything that could come into play. So if they start playing with their own opponents, this is where it's going to get spicy, and I have the perfect counter for that. So if they start hitting you with their own figurines, okay, and they're starting to hit you with that, that's when you can really go with the all sort of Omega, and this is where you hit them with the classic card set, okay? This is where you hit them with the ultimate Digimon. Now, this is a card set from even before the first Digimon card game. This is just comes out of, I forget what the name of the trading card company house is here, but Upper Deck, right? We love Upper Deck. So when you hit them with the Upper Deck, and this is where it's going to get crazy, because this is the Ultimate Digimon here, and this is the Myotismon. So when you hit them with the Ultimate Digimon, the Upper Deck one, that's going to allow you, now this is the most important part, while they're still trying to figure out what's going on with the little minions, this is going to allow you to then open up a binder, if you have a binder, and then you can pull out any Upper Deck card to then do the ultimate counter here. So what you can see here is I've got a binder here, and we'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole binder. And let's get it upside down here. But you can see here I have a whole deck here of cards. Now, it's not, some of these are just regular old like Pokemon cards, but that's not going to work here. You try to pull out Pokemon during a Digimon duel, that you're going to get laughed out of town. You're gonna you disqualified right there. But like I said before, if you're going to hit them with the Upper Deck, the boom. And I just want to put it in frame here so people can see that this is, and we'll zoom in on it, this is an Upper Deck. So people are going to try to call me on the strategy right now and say that this isn't, but it says right there, on the card, Upper Deck. So when that happens, you can pull out, as I said, a binder. And then at this point, any Upper Deck card is fair game. So you can see here, this is where we're bringing across the franchises. This is where we're going to pull out, boom. I've got other Upper Deck cards here from the Marvel franchise. Now, again, you might be saying, how can we confirm? Just do a quick little zoom in on that. You see the Upper Deck logo? Any Upper Deck logo card is going to work fine. So, but what the really ultimate synergy is going to come down to with is if you can hit them not only with the card, but get a holographic in there as well. So, and then the most ultimate is then if you can get, like here, this Upper Deck debut card, right? That's our favorite boy. That's our god right there. That's Conchu. Notice we've got the Conchu in the back here as well. So we'll just go ahead and, boom, we'll hit them with that. And then this is going to basically win the game if you can. This is your Exodia move. You hit them down with the Conchu. At this point, you've already made a whole mess of the field, right? So we put the Conchu down on the floor. This is a double stack, right? We had to play our 3 Myotismons out in the field into then the ultimate Digimon Myotismon. They started hitting us with their own whatever characters they have. We were facing against the Warmon deck. Ultimately, they come out with like the ultimate Exodia, almost like counter, where they're hitting you with the dumpster fire. At this point, it's like all rules are almost out. Then you hit them with the Ultimate Dragon Upper Deck that allows you to then play the Conchu. You put the Conchu on the field, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's pretty much game over, because that allows you then to play on the field the ultimate figurine. Now, notice how much bigger Conchu is to any of the other ones that we've played. Now, everybody knows from Digimon how big Myotismon is, but compared to Conchu, no, the moon haunts you, and that's how you could win the game. So these are just some pro strategies that I found that work in my time here playing on the channel for Digimon, and these are strategies that you might find work for you. So if you think the strategy works, or you have any tips or tricks, maybe different flavors that you have to work with the Myotismon deck, if you've tried this Upper Deck figurine strategy before, coming in with the other cards, that can work as well. So please, if you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this, and give us a like if you like what you saw. Comment below for strategies and tips that you might have with your other Digimon decks or other trading card decks. Yeah, and if you like this kind of content, please subscribe and stick around for more of this kind of trading card game and handheld video game and other kind of fun game nonsense. So thanks for tuning in, and stick around for more.